What's up, guys? Hope this video finds you well. Just doing another video on some recent pickups and some cool cars. Just looking at some stuff. Today, the boy and I went down to the ballpark because he had a free autograph with his Astros buddies thing. We ended up getting Josh Hader. So he got this card. It's not mine, it's his, but they have these oversized cards for the Astros Buddies Club for the kids, and then once a year they get a chance to get a free autograph down there. Really cool, nice autograph from Josh Hader, and he could not have been nicer. What a sweet guy. Here is the picture of him with Taylor, and he was just awesome. Let him pose with him, smile, take a picture. There's the autograph card there. Josh Hader, props to you, my man. You could not have been nicer. That was super cool. Went and ate some lunch at Biggio's afterwards. It was a good time. But I have a few semi-recent pickups here. Just kind of had a stack going. Finally needed to get these in a video. This one here was just kind of unexpected, but this is a 93 Upper Deck from a pack that Scott with Reindeer Studios sent along with something else that I'll do a video on at some point. But opened up the pack and there was this awesome Donnie baseball. Shout out to Keith Lonely Basement. Upper Deck EOS collection, or EOS collection. Walter EOS was a really awesome photographer, and that is a super shot of Don Mattingly right there. Love the stadium in the background, the twilight kind of thing going on. Just a really great, wonderfully lit shot. But just something I opened up in a pack, thought, man, that's cool. I definitely want to keep that, and I figured I'd show it. The next thing is these home run heroes. There's a lot of different ones in different years, but I think this is 97. But these are cool. I mean, they're super cheap, even the Griffeys of the world and stuff. But I got the McGuire, but these are really neat. So they've got the actual textured embossed wood, and you can see it doesn't go through the person. It's just the background is all embossed. And in this area is like a rainbow foil board just by itself. But they even did it on the back. So most of the time, something like this would just be a flat photo on the back. They wouldn't take the time to make it look like it's, I mean, it almost looked like it's floating, like it's standing out above the rest of the card. You know, it's got kind of a shadow effect, and then the rainbow foil section. That's just a really cool card. I might pick up a few of these. They're not worth much of nothing. But very cool how it's got the embossed wood and that rainbow foil screen portion. Very cool cards, those things, in that particular year. So grabbed one of those. Got another one. Like I said, I may never be able to get the set, but I grabbed another one of the Josh Gibson, the Leaf 2012 Search for Josh Gibson cards. This one looks really cool. Love it with that building and stuff in the background. But there you got Josh right there. But here's another one with a few teammates. This is the third team card I've gotten. But this is number 7. So we have another quote here by Monty Irvin. Josh acted like a hitter, talked like a hitter, walked like a hitter, Monty Irvin said. He's the best hitter I've ever seen. He would come to the plate and you would be in awe. So, speaking very highly of Mr. Josh Gibson once again. But that's another one down in the 2012 Leaf Search for Josh Gibson set. Another thing I really enjoy is ballparks. I just love looking at ballparks and photos of old ballparks, everything about them. They're just fascinating to me. But I have a bunch of cards of our park, and I finally figured I'd show them. This is Allen and Ginter 23 Mini. It's one of the T206 size, so I got a tobacco sleeve in this top loader with this one. So this is when it was Minute Maid Park, of course. It's funny how they blocked out all the advertising with just some gray there. But just showing the manual scoreboard and a little bit of the Crawford boxes, just talking about the park. Then this is the 2018 Topps version. This is the opening day. I love it because, you know, the opening day symbol has the bunting, and then you have the flag. This is one of the rare times they used to open the ballpark on opening day. We'd get a flyby with the military aircraft. It was awesome. But nowadays, they just never open it. I don't know why we have a retractable roof when it's constantly 100 degrees, but they won't ever open it. But that's back when they did. Beautiful shot with the American flag on opening day. Just a great card there. And then 2019, I have several different types. There is a rainbow foil board, and this one has the American League Champions banner. I have a picture of this myself because I was there from a different angle. But that's the rainbow foil board. Here is the sapphire. Really cool. Yeah, like the two border situation on the sapphires here. But that's that one. There's the gold. These are numbered, you know, to the year. So it's numbered to 2019. So that's the gold. Topps gold parallel. And then this one is actually numbered to 162. 162 games in baseball. This is numbered to 162, but this is this crazy foil. So you can see the picture pretty good from that angle, and then you can see all this. This was exclusive to some kind of a box set type of situation. You couldn't even pull these from packs, I don't think, but really cool sparkle or speckle type of foil. So really cool, you know, ballpark, you know, cards. I think that's, you know, cool for whatever town you're in. There's a couple more, but I wanted to show this one real quick because they had these evolution cards in the 2019. So this one was the evolution of the uniform. And this is showing the Tequila Sunrise uniform with Nolan. And then they got Altuve with the newer uniform on the back. This is the blue parallel. They're not numbered, but this normally wouldn't be blue up here and down here. So it's a blue parallel, a little bit tougher to pull. So it's cool because it's the evolution of the uniform, but they also have evolution of the ballpark. This is really up my alley. Of course, that one was too with Nolan and stuff, but this is the blue. So you can see the blue here and here. That's the blue parallel, but that's the Astrodome. Evolution being Minute Maid Park, which is now Daikin Park, but how cool is that? So you get my favorite place ever, the Astrodome, and the newer park. So they had the evolution cards of the uniform and then the ballparks. So that's super neat. I also have this one, and it ended up having a huge ding on this corner. So I ended up getting my money back and didn't have to send it back or anything. But kind of disappointing. I don't know what to do with it, but this is red numbered to 10. So these aren't numbered, but the red is numbered to 10. So I just kind of kept it for now. I don't know. It's pretty bad corner down there, but red to 10, same card there. But I wanted to have, you know, the pair of blues, the Nolan and the Astrodome, you know, the evolution cards there in blue. I thought would be kind of a cool pairing. So no big deal that the red didn't turn out that great. But and here's a cool one too. It's a gold, but they're not gold like to the year. These are gold to $3.99, but it's got a bunch of, you know, Astros leaders, and you can see all the Bagwell stuff on there, Nolan Ryan, all kinds of neat stuff. But this has the train, and it's the gold border, but they're numbered far less than the Topps, you know, standard numbered to the year type of thing. But 59 years of collecting with some of the coolest guys on the back of it. So that's a pretty cool ballpark thing. This one here, I got a new rookie card. It's rare that I get a rookie card buyback, but this one came up and it was reasonable. How about the 86 Topps Cecil Fielder rookie? He of the 51 homer season. This thing's pretty dead center and pretty nice for a buyback. Usually buybacks are trashed. This thing is clean, but it is one of the holiday 2024 ornament stamped advent calendar buybacks. So I've only got a handful of rookie card buybacks, but that's a cool one. Cecil Fielder, 86 Topps rookie card, Advent buyback. Pretty neat stuff. I've shown this one before, but I'm just setting up another one. But this is a 23 Leaf Metal Anime Nation Nolan Ryan. This thing is amazing. There's like a refractor. There's only 93 of them, probably because he retired in 1993. But it's got the train, the express train behind him. Just absolutely love that card. That's a PSA 10. Very low pop, very rare. But that is a cool card. So that's the first one I got, that 23. Then they came out with a 24 Anime Nation. And this is the red parallel to 25. And since he's got blue here for the Rangers, I thought the red, you know, it worked well. And it's got the 57-14. So really cool. Really cool card there. But then they have a Panini Prism card. It's a chromium kind of, you know, prism refractor kind of a thing. And it is not anime, but it's manga or manga, depending on how you want to say it. But this thing is cool. They're rare, like case hit kind of things. They're not numbered, but they are like case hits, so they're not easy to get. But it's a prism, and there's a Nolan Ryan. Real good shine on this. Real good etching all through the uniform and everything. The borders have real nice shine. This one's in really good shape. I didn't get graded ones on either of these, but it would grade pretty well. But very cool. So you got these kind of anime manga style Nolan Ryan cards. I'm not really into that kind of stuff in real life. I don't watch that kind of stuff, but it's just these cards struck me, especially that first one. I just love the art on the first one. So, you know, this seemed like a kind of a cool trifecta. I kind of was patient on this one. Also had bought one that was damaged, had to send back, stuff like that. But I was patient on it. I didn't buy any high graded ones. They were too much money, but you know, get a nice case hit for what I spent for it, I think was pretty good. But really cool trio there. Really enjoy those. So those are some cool cards. That last one being the recent pickup. But speaking of recent pickups, I've got one. It's a big one. But I'm going to sell another one that I had. I had shown this card a while back in my Griffey 90 leaf related rainbow that I had made. I had only seen 2 of these in my life, and they have the best shine of probably any card ever. I'm telling you, these prize collections are insane. But this is the curtain calls from 90 leaf prize collections. Just amazing cards. But it's that callback to 90 leaf. I think this was in 1998 or 99. But super cool. But it has this refractor line. Since I'd only seen 2 and the other one was like 80-20 at least off-centered, I bought this one, and you know, it's fine. But I actually found the 3rd one I've ever seen in my life recently, and I bought it, and it is a beauty. It is nicely centered, pretty good shape, and it is no refractor line. And these always have refractor lines. Check that beauty out. Oh man, I am so happy with these things. It is just awesome. So I will replace it. I will now sell that one. Still a really nice card. Still very rare. I think I've only seen the 3 copies in my life. This one by far is the best. It's well centered and no refractor line. Prize collection. So now I can have that rainbow and really truly be happy with it. Even though I was happy to be able to acquire this one, that just bugged me. And now I have one that is just spectacular. Griffey 90 leaf style prize collections anniversary curtain calls. Once again, rare and not cheap, but man, I'll get to sell the other one. It will be okay. Last few things here. I got some more on my Astros 2 months with us, Domination Randy Johnson collection. This one, there's 3 different versions of this, so I got all 3. But these are super cool cards. Let's see what this was, 99. Yeah. So Upper Deck Choice and 99, of course. So it was the end of the 98 season. He was with us. These blues here were 1 per pack. There's a 30 card checklist in this, but that blue, color match is just super cool. Looks really, really good. And trying to find this foil like this, almost like an SP Jeter. I mean, trying to find this foil clean and nice is pretty hard. These 3 actually are all really pretty darn nice. But those were 1 per pack, so it would take 30 packs to get a blue Randy Johnson, I suppose. So not impossible, but still very good looking card, being the color match. The green is 1 in 8 packs with that 30 card checklist, but that thing looks really, really nice. That's the green. That was 1 in 8 packs back then. And these are the Star Quest inserts, if you're not familiar with the Star Quest. So you got a blue, 1 out of each pack, green, 1 out of 8 packs, Star Quest. And then you got the red, 1 out of 23 packs. So 23 packs with a 30 card checklist, pretty tough pull. Not just some insane thing. There is a gold of this that is numbered to, I think, 100, and they're impossible, and they're very, very expensive. But the red, I will take this little trio here. I'm not going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a gold if it ever came up. But there you go. Nice little trio of the Astros Randy Johnson. And then I got a big one. So the card I've been looking for forever of Randy Johnson in 99. Now, they came out last year with that awesome Electro Black Refractor, which I got, but had him in the Astros uniform. But as far as while he was playing, the 99 cards of him playing in 98, there's one card I've been wanting, and it is really tough. But I'm going to show a different card first here. In 1999, in the Collector's Choice, the Upper Deck Choice, they had something called a Prime Choice Reserve. It was a parallel numbered to 100. And these are expensive and they are very rare. But this one is 63 out of 100 of Sammy Sosa. But they took the base card and they made it look super cool like that. Oh man. So this is one of my best Sosa cards. I have a couple of really good ones. This is probably the best one. But they say Prime Choice Reserve over and over. And it's just like this fractal matrix looking refractor situation going on. They are so cool. So the base card would have just looked like that without any shine. And these put the shine inside here, not on the border. Prime Choice Reserve written over and over with that really cool, shattered glass looking refractor kind of look. Really, really cool. But you would have never pulled these back in the day. They were impossible. Anything numbered to 100 in the 90s is just ridiculous. And to have a PSA 9, I don't know if this is a Pop 1, but if it isn't, it's right there. It's super low. But really great card there. But I wanted to show that so you'd kind of have a context for this next one. But I got a Prime Choice Reserve Cover Glory insert of Randy Johnson. And this thing is super cool. So this is number 80 out of 100. And this is just talking about when he went to the Astros and how he dominated. And was 10-1, a shot in the arm. And check this out. This is Cover Glory, Randy Johnson with the Astros, Prime Choice Reserve, which you can see there, 10-1, a shot in the arm. Randy Johnson's arrival bolsters Astros in pennant race. One of my favorite times, my favorite year ever. Mac and Sosa, this going on, all kinds of other stuff going on. Prime Choice Reserve, you can see it there, written over. in the shine. Only 100 of these made. This is the Randy Johnson card from the Astros days that I've been wanting forever. They're just not possible to find. I made this guy an offer when it popped up. He eventually took it, and I could not be happier. So that thing is just glorious. It reminds me of the greatest time in my life with baseball in 1998, and the 2 months he spent there as well. Just the best pitching stretch of his career, and it was a lot of fun. So to find this card, finally get a Prime Choice Reserve, is just awesome. That is a grail card for me. I am super happy to have it. And both of these guys, along with Mac, were just making 1998 some of the most magical times I've ever had. Man, I love baseball. But that's it, guys. That's some recent pickups, some upgrades, some different things. I really hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the kind comments, subs, likes, everything you do for the community. Thank you, and I will see you on the next one.